Welcome to the final departure webinar for the Fulbright Teaching Excellence and Achievement Program, Fulbright T. This webinar will cover important information you will need to review prior to your departure to the United States on the Fulbright T program.
The final departure webinar will review the following pre-program final checklist: confirming documents and flight information, review luggage regulations and recommendations, know IREX emergency contact number, review custom and immigration procedures, and review airport pickup procedure. Please carefully review the important documents checklist included in your pre-departure orientation folder. Please ensure that you can scan copies of the original documents listed in this checklist and pack these copies in your carry-on luggage during your travel. More information about the important documents you will need is included in the packing section of this webinar. If you are requesting reimbursement for your round-trip travel between your home city and city of international departure and arrival, please ensure that your U.S. Embassy or Fulbright Commission representative has signed your domestic travel reimbursement form. Please pack your domestic travel reimbursement form in your carry-on luggage with your other important documents. Please also carefully review your flight information prior to your departure to the United States. Your flight itinerary was provided by your U.S. Embassy or Fulbright Commission representatives. Please make note of the correct departure time and location and ensure you have created a plan to arrive at the airport in a timely fashion. Remember to print your flight itinerary and pack it in your carry-on luggage with other important documents. When traveling internationally, it is important to review the luggage regulations for your flight. Please check the website of your airline for specific baggage restrictions and guidelines. Please also review the packing suggestions packet provided in your pre-departure orientation folder to learn about the recommendations for carry-on luggage and review international and U.S. luggage regulations. Please ensure that you have labeled all of your luggage with your host university name, address, and telephone number provided by your assigned university. Please ensure that you have the following documents packed in your carry-on luggage: your passport, J-1 visa, DS 2019 form, and Fulbright T acceptance letters are the most important documents, as these will help you enter the United States. The IREX emergency contact card should also be in your carry-on luggage in case of emergency. Please review the packing suggestions and important documents checklist included in your pre-departure orientation folder materials for further information. In addition to the most important documents, there are several documents that are highly recommended to pack. Please pack an additional form of photo identification, such as a government ID card or driver's license. Additionally, please make copies of your birth certificate, passport, J-1 visa page, DS 2019, international flight itinerary, medical history form, and terms and conditions. Finally, please pack your U.S. Social Security card if you have previously been to the United States and were issued one. The following additional items are also recommended to pack. Please remember to pack your domestic travel reimbursement form, which should be signed by your U.S. Embassy or Fulbright Commission representative. Please also research the weather of your host university's location and ensure you have packed the appropriate clothing for the season you are traveling. You will also need an adapter for your electronics and any medication you are required to take for your health. Finally, please consider packing cultural items for sharing with students and fellow educators. Please avoid packing cultural items that are heavy or take large space in your luggage. Please once again review the U.S. and international luggage regulations to ensure that your cultural items are allowed on your flights. Fulbright T participants should also review items to avoid bringing to the United States. Participants are not encouraged to bring items they can easily buy in the U.S., such as books, cooking utensils, soap, and towels. Purchasing items in the U.S. will reduce luggage weight and space. Please review the U.S. and international luggage regulations to ensure that your items are not in violation of custom regulations. In your pre-departure orientation folders, there is an IREX emergency card to use for any emergencies during your travel to the U.S. This number should be used for emergency purposes only. All other communications can be sent to fulbright@irex.org. Please ensure the IREX emergency card is safely packed in your carry-on luggage. It is recommended to save a copy of this information in another location in case the emergency card cannot be located.
You have the IREX emergency card provided in your pre-departure orientation folders to use for any emergency communications.
You may experience flight delays or cancellations while traveling to the U.S. If you miss a connecting flight or if your flight is canceled, please first speak with an airline representative to rebook your flight. Once you receive a new flight itinerary, please send this information to fulbright@irex.org. Please call the IREX emergency phone number if you cannot find an airline representative to rebook the flight, if you will not arrive to the U.S. on the original date scheduled, or if you lose your passport or DS 2019 form. On your flight or upon arrival to the U.S., you will receive a customs declaration form. The customs form verifies the materials you are bringing into the country. IREX encourages you to complete the form on the airplane. The name you fill in the customs form must exactly match your name as is printed on your J-1 visa. The form will ask you your purpose of travel. Please select Business for this question. You will have the IREX address on your emergency card. Please use this address when the form asks for your U.S. address. The front and back of the form must be completed, and the form must be signed and dated. Keep the form with you and hand it to the customs inspector at the airport. Please carefully review entering the United States packet provided in your pre-departure orientation folder. Please consider packing this information in your carry-on luggage to ensure that the customs declaration form is filled out correctly. Under the guidelines of this program, participants may not enter the United States on any other visa other than a J-1. Upon your arrival into the United States, the immigration officer will request your passport with your J-1 visa and your original DS 2019 form. Please make sure to bring the original DS 2019 form rather than a copy. The immigration officer will also request your fingerprints and will take your picture. Please be aware that the lines in immigration may be long.
Please click the video in the PowerPoint presentation. If it does not run or open another window with the video, follow the link at the bottom of the slide. Please click the video in the PowerPoint presentation. If it does not run or open another window with the video, follow the link at the bottom of the slide.
A host university representative will greet you at the airport and will take you to the hotel. Please look for a host university representative holding a Fulbright Tea program sign. Please do not leave the airport if you cannot find the host university representative. Instead, call the IREX US emergency phone number, which is free from any phone. If your luggage is lost, please inform the host university representative. The representative will help you file a lost luggage claim. Remember that it is a good idea to pack essential items and an extra set of clothes in your carry-on in case your check-in luggage is lost. If you have any questions, please email fulbright@irex.org. Remember that more information on the program will be provided by IREX and your host universities when you arrive. Thank you and safe travels. We look forward to welcoming you on the Fulbright Tea program.